Okay, you guys remember we talked about statements yesterday? What makes a statement a statement?
It's P or Q or R.
It's true or false.
It's either true or false.
I don't know what I think.
Today we're talking about conditional statements. Oh boy. Such as, it's basically an if-then statement. If it is raining outside, then it is cloudy. So this is an example of a conditional statement. There's two parts. There's kind of like the qualifier part is one thing, it is raining outside, and then there's the, if this happens, then this is supposed to happen. It is cloudy. Is that a true statement? If it's raining, it's cloudy?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd say that's true. Okay, so that's the original statement. The way they kind of do the symbols today, like this part of the statement is like an A, this part's a B. It's really kind of two statements combined, but this statement is conditional upon whether this statement is true. So it is raining, that's like our A. It is cloudy, that's our B. So to say it with symbols, it would be A, arrow, B. This means if A, then B. Okay. Then we have something called, this is like the most important one for today, the converse, which is switching the two parts of the statement. So instead of saying if it's raining out, it's cloudy, you're going to say if it is cloudy, then it is raining. Okay, is that a true or false statement?
False.
False. So just because the original statement is true, that doesn't mean the converse is true. Did you guys see what I did for the converse? It's basically if A then B turns into if B then A, right? Just switches the order. So, but that's saying something totally different than the original. Let's get that out of the way. Bring that guy down. Oh boy. Alright, anyway. So if it is raining and it's cloudy, that's true, but if it's cloudy and it's raining, that's false. So they're not the same thing. Can they be the same thing? Can you guys think of a statement where original and the converse are both true?
If you're a sophomore, you're in geometry. If you're in geometry, you're a sophomore.
Is that true?
No.
No.
Actually, both. That's false both ways.
If you jump off a skyscraper without a parachute, you will die.
What's the opposite?
But if you die, if you have died, it's because you jumped off the skyscraper without a parachute. Nah,
See, that's confusing.
doesn't work both ways. Works good with definitions. What did I use in the other class? Let me think.
If 5 plus 5 is 6, then
6 plus
equals
5 is
5 plus 5.
Okay, that's false. So that doesn't
Oh,
work.
wait. No, wait. I'm doing
What?
Listen, I was just thinking, I meant to say 10.
Oh, wait.
When I practice basketball, I will get good at basketball.
If you get good at basketball, then you will practice.
No,
I don't think
then
Stephen
you have
Hawking
practice.
is capable of that.
Oh, I just used if the shape is a triangle, then it has 3 sides. If the shape has 3 sides, then it's a triangle. So that definitions work pretty well for that when they work both directions. Okay, so that's the converse is when you switch orders. And then something called the inverse. That's when you negate both parts of the statement. So instead of if it's raining outside, then it's cloudy, it's if it's not raining outside, then it's not cloudy. If it is not raining, whoops, then it is not cloudy. Is that true or false?
True.
It's not
I mean-
raining.
False.
Could be cloudy, right? So there, it's not raining, but it still could be cloudy, so this would be false as well. In this case. And then the last one, and this is a big word, contrapositive. So the big word means you have to do the most stuff. So you have to switch the order and you have to negate both of them. So instead of, it will be, if it is not cloudy, then it is not raining outside. So you switch the order and you negate them both. If it is not cloudy, then it is not raining. Is that a true or false statement? If it's not cloudy, so if it's sunny, then it is not raining.
True.
That is true. So it turns out that, I have to think about this for a while, but the original statement and the contrapositive are logically equivalent. So if the original statement is true, this is going to be true. Or if the original statement was false, this would be false. They're saying the same thing, just in a different way. If it's raining, it's got to be cloudy. So if it's not cloudy, there's no way it can be raining. So that, anyway, they're logically equivalent. So these two, though, are not the same thing as saying the original. They happen to both be false. They could both be true, like with my triangle three-side thing. They could both be true. Okay. So the last thing on this list here. So those three things kind of go together, and then this is kind of off by itself. If things are true both ways, like the original statement and the converse, it can be written in one sentence called a biconditional. Bi means two, so it can go both ways. So my little example was if the shape is a triangle, then it has three sides, and then that's true. And then if you say it the other way, if a shape has three sides, then it is a triangle. So those are both true. The original statement and the converse are both true. You can write it in one sentence. A shape is a triangle. So notice I didn't start off with if. I just said a shape is a triangle if and only if it has three sides. So this basically means it has to go both ways. Like triangles have three sides, three-sided shapes are triangles. So if and only if connects the two clauses instead of putting an if at the beginning. It's called a biconditional.
So the last statement is the biconditional?
No, the whole thing is. It means a shape is a triangle if it has three sides, and it also implies that if it has three sides, it's a triangle.
I just meant the ones above it, like the ifs aren't.
No, these are just like the original statement and the converse. If they're both true, they could, if you write it as a biconditional, it implies both of those statements up there. Broke your back?
It's not.
Okay. Is it?
Oh yeah. Well, I also had a shirt on, a hoodie on, and a jersey.
Yeah.
Well,
That's gonna be a little too minutes now.
Except for your
The AC is on now, I think, though. Okay, number one, write each statement in if-then form. When I study, I get good grades.
If I study, then I will get good grades.
Okay.
So this is just a bunch of writing.
Yeah, lots of sentences today.
sections. Yeah.
Okay, somebody besides Roman, a square is not a triangle.
Whoa, what? Oh.
If it's-
It's a square, there's,
Yeah, I'll say, if the shape is a square. I wouldn't count it wrong, but it. Just kinda wanna, it's a little bit vague, I guess. If the shape is a square, then it is a triangle.
it is not a triangle.
Not a triangle.
Oh, whoops, not a triangle, my bad.
You just seeing if we're paying attention.
I wasn't paying attention, problem. Number 5. Skew lines. So the order does matter, by the way. You have to make sure this thing implies that thing. So, Timothy?
If lines are skewed, they are not in the same place.
If lines are skewed and they're not in the same
Oh,
place.
sorry. Gosh, Timmy, you're slacking.
Oh, so.
Or what? No, this is gay.
So please don't be gay.
You're canceled. It's a great song.
Okay, 7. This one's not a sentence. I'll let you guys finish.
Not 10.
Okay, 7 is just true or false. If a polygon is a triangle, then it is concave. False. Yeah. Triangles are triangles don't have any caves, right? They're all convex. Okay. Number 9. Oh, I just remembered. 9 and 10 are weird. I'll just no. They're true false, so you got 50-50. I'm not sure exactly what they were trying to get. You don't have to worry about it after this one, but so what it says, if a triangle has 5 sides, then it's convex. Yeah, triangle doesn't have 5 sides, but they're saying if this part is true, then this part would be true. So they're not asking you to say whether the first part is true or false. They're just saying if this is true, is that going to be true? So they actually put true on that one. And might as well do 10 while we're at it because it's the same nonsense. 10, if 2 points are non-collinear. The problem with that is any 2 points have to be collinear because there's no way 2 points don't have a line between them. But if they were non-collinear, then 2 lines contain them. Yeah, that's true.
Why are they so weird?
Don't worry about 9, 10. Let's move on. Move on. Number 11. So what did the R arrow S thing mean?
If R, then
Yeah, it means if R then S. So if that is the statement, what would the converse of that be? What did converse do? Switch the order. So that means if S then R.
Oh, I get it.
What did the inverse do?
Inverse of it where there weren't that.
Not negate it. What was the symbol for negation we talked about, or we used yesterday?
or like,
Squiggle, yeah. So not R, then not S.
isn't the little squiggle called like a tilde or something?
I don't know.
Whitley, you were so wrong.
You're a tilt.
On so many levels.
That was
I think it is. Pretty sure.
Probably. Pretty sure is not
You
sure.
said for real.
I'll Google tilde.
Just okay is not okay.
Then your face will pop up.
You ruined my identity.
Contrapositive. How about contrapositive?
It flips
Oh.
it M negates it.
Right, so what would that be?
Not S is not R.
Not S, then not R.
Good job, Robert. Thank you, Linux.
I was thinking, if you didn't have those undershirts on,
Yeah.
we'd be seeing a lot of chest there.
Because they like flop down when you're sitting there.
Yeah, they were made for shoulder pads.
Yeah.
This is spooky. I'm
Your dress.
Mine actually go down to my knees.
like, same.
I have to like
Yeah.
pull it up. Once I just
Yep, alright,
Dress.
D. So I don't think I mentioned D. The biconditional means.
You did.
Well, I didn't in symbols. Biconditional means it works both ways, so it's a double arrow like that. Fancy. And the E I don't really care about, so
Skip it.
yeah, we're skipping it.
Yeah, equivalent is it? Let me guess. Is it R equals S?
No, do you guys remember disjunction meant or?
No.
Yes.
So it's like not R or S is like the same thing as R then S. I'm not gonna explain it. We're just gonna keep on rolling. Okay, write the converse. If all people have sinned, then all people need a savior.
If no people have sinned, then no.
That was contrapositive.
If all people need a savior, then all people have sinned.
Okay,
What?
say it again, Lennox. Shh.
If all people need a savior, then all people have sinned.
Right. If all people.
You're smart, Linux.
Thank you.
I don't like braiding.
Do you want to do some math, Jake?
I mean,
I do.
then, I don't mind.
Number 15. If two lines do not intersect, then they are parallel.
It's not parallel if two lines intersect.
Okay. You don't start with it's.
No.
No, what do we start with?
They aren't parallel.
No.
If
If.
they are. If
Okay, you probably don't want to start with they because what are you referring to? Probably let's just keep the subject the same. If two lines, instead of saying they, because what's they refer to? If two lines what?
Are
Are
parallel.
Are parallel.
Whitley, this is my problem. Then they aren't intersecting.
Pretty good, Roman.
Thank you.
Number 17. Okay, write each biconditional as a conjunction of two conditionals. So, biconditional, so 17 says you will go to heaven if and only if you are saved. So we're just supposed to write that as a statement and its converse, basically. Because it implies that it works
If
both
you are
directions.
saved, you will go to heaven.
If you are saved, then you will go to heaven.
Good job, Whitley.
Do I really need to write all this? Second time today.
See, guys, you need to have good sportsmanship.
Okay, and we are going to state the converse also because it works both directions. So if,
You are not saved, you will not go to heaven.
no, that's the inverse. Converse is the backwards one. So,
If you go to heaven, you are saved.
A figure is a regular polygon. Do you guys remember what regular polygon means?
Like
It's
perfect.
equal.
No, it's perfect.
All the sides and angles are the same, yeah. If and only if it is both equilateral and equal angular. So, how can we write that as a conditional statement? If a figure is a regular polygon, then what?
Then it is a equilateral.
Is equilateral and
Wait. I think we did this wrong.
equiangular.
Wait, I think that was supposed to be at the front.
We're writing it both directions.
Uh,
Biconditional implies it works both ways. Figure is regular polygon that is equilateral and equiangular, and if a figure, so I'm going to keep the subject. If a figure, what?
Is equal-
equilateral and equal angular. What was that about?
Jason's dying.
You're on the second one or something.
He's just making fun of you.
No, I said the equivalent. Stop thinking about what I was writing. Equilateral and equiangular. Then that's a bad way to go, Jaden.
Can just like.
Death by geometry.
Yeah.
And it's not, it's just. Wait,
Seems
we
only
make
extra
that a
rough.
statement, if Jaden dies by
Oh,
geometry, then.
I still got mine.
Then geometry killed Jaden.
Facts.
Geometry didn't kill you, that's what I'm saying. Rick Jaden.
How did you finish
Kept writing.
them? That's what I'm doing.
I was like,
Well, I'm not looking at anything. I'm just writing from memory. Okay, we're on the last section. Going out with a bang. Going out with a bang.
That's strange.
All right, you good?
My hand isn't.
Did you almost die?
if an animal has 4 legs.
Okay, so the directions say write the converse, step 1, of each conditional and the related biconditional. That's 2. Then state whether the original, the converse, and the biconditional are true or false. So we got 3 true, false. So what is, for 21, what is the converse?
If you are in, if you live in the
Uh,
United States.
20,
Oh, I'm not 20.
yeah. Last hour I accidentally
If
did
an
that
animal
one.
has 4 legs,
If an animal, what?
is a cow.
Is a cow. Converse just means backwards. Then,
It has 4 legs.
Easy peasy.
okay, that's not it.
Yeah, Lennox,
Is it-
isn't that easy?
Remember when I read the directions a minute ago?
Exactly.
Then we're supposed to write it as a biconditional. So the 2 statements together. So basically, just looking at the original, you take off the if. So an animal has 4 legs.
I'm dehydrated. It's not about to be fun tonight.
You guys know what comes next?
It is a cow.
If and only if.
Oh, man.
If and only if it is a cow.
Who says that? If and only if.
logic, people.
This is like you're trying to write an essay and you can't, and you need it to be like a full page. So you just that's so facts.
We're looking into Jaden's writing skills.
True.
Okay, and then we have to say true, false,
And
on
then
all.
Jane's like,
True.
Okay, so the original, if an animal has 4 legs, then it is a cow.
True.
False.
True.
False. Think about it.
a
Ori-
pig.
I'm talking about the I'm not talking about this statement.
Ew.
I'm talking about the original.
Ew.
If an animal has 4 legs, is it a cow? Well, we don't know, so false. So the second statement, the converse, if an animal is a cow, then it has 4 legs.
Well, technically one of them is true.
True. Okay, so the final biconditional, an animal has 4 legs if and only if it's a cow. So do they always go together? No. Okay, if one of them is false, it's not gonna, the biconditional's not gonna be true.
I've literally been this close to the edge of my paper on the last 3 problems.
That's quite dramatic. 23.
What are you looking at, Leighton?
Alright,
This is the last one.
somebody besides Roman Whitley, what's the converse for 23?
Yeah, you guys can.
Paxton, sit up.
If x equals 5.
Equals 5.
Then,
Then 5x equals 20.
okay, how about the biconditional?
Okay.
5x equals
What?
20.
if and
If
Okay, is the original, oh, here, hold on. Is the original statement true? 5x equals 20, then x equals 5.
Yes.
No, what should it have been?
4.
4. So the original is false. How about the converse? If x is 5, 5x is 20.
No.
No, same problem. So is the contrapositive going to be true? Or the biconditional going to be true? No. F, F, F.
We're looking at. I thought I had all that. Let's say, Mr. Jordan, you're driving on the road and there's a deer that runs in front of your car.